Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Today I just want to give you my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2022. There's a bunch of movies I'm actually really anticipated for. So before we get started, I want to give one honorable mention, and that's Ant-Man 3 or Ant-Man the Wasp something Quantumania. Overall, I don't think the name's very good, but I think I'm interested to see what they do. I heard Kim the Conqueror is coming back from Loki and a bunch of other things, so I'm relatively excited, but I think it just missed the cut because I think there's more movies I'm excited for. Things off at number 10 is Knives Out 2. This one I'm more interested to see how they do a sequel to the first Knives Out. I really enjoyed the first one. It was a great, fun little mystery with a great cast. You got Daniel Craig, Ana de Armas, both of them from Bond movies, No Time to Die, or the rest of the Craig era, I guess. Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, bunch of other people. Overall, the first one had a great cast, and I'm very interested to see what they do in Knives Out 2. This one, I'll call there's another one. Flash, I think, would have been on this list if they didn't leak out the little information on how it could erase all the DCU. And this one, I think, with more information, this one could bump up higher. But overall, I don't have enough information to know, maybe what could happen. I guess it's a mystery, so I shouldn't know what happens. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical because I don't know how they're going to do a sequel to the first one. Because the first one kind of told a solitary story that didn't really need a sequel. But there's another one on this list that's kind of like that. But I really enjoyed the first one, and I have high hopes for this one. Coming in at number 9 is Scream 5, Scream 2022. Second one I had the problem with. Hopefully this doesn't happen for anymore. And as a whole, I'm excited. I seen the trailer. I didn't know anything about this until the trailer came out. And I think it kind of has me excited. And I think overall, I enjoy the franchise. Really enjoy the first one. Its comment on the genre, on movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th. Second one commented on sequels in general, like specifically James Cameron sequels. Whether it's Aliens or T2, they're both fantastic. I don't care. And overall, I'm excited, but I heard it's taking away some of the meta humor, which made the first one funny, and that made it probably drop a spot back. But overall, I enjoyed this franchise, I enjoyed these characters, and I'm excited enough for this movie. I think Knives Out 2 could have been higher if I was expecting sequel, but I wasn't, so I think this one, the Knives Out and Scream 5 are kind of tied, but I think overall, I'm just a little bit more excited for this one, especially because I've seen a trailer. Coming in at number 8 is Lightyear, one of 2 Pixar movies, the only one on this list. And overall, after watching the trailer, I wasn't sure about this one at first, but then after watching the trailer, I kind of sold me on it a bit more. This is an interesting concept taken from Pixar, who's done wild concepts, especially in stuff like Inside Out or Soul. And I think whether or not they even took that concept and really done well with it, doesn't matter. It's still a cool concept in any of those movies, and this one is too. Taking the little movie that Andy watched and making that to a movie is kind of an interesting idea. Hopefully it plays out well. The idea of having a space sci-fi, it's like a mix of Toy Story and WALL-E, and I'm interested. I don't really have any huge worries about it. I just think I'm more excited for more other movies than this one. Coming in number 7, this is where we start to get on ones I kind of can't wait for. And overall, I'm really excited for Creed 3. Really enjoyed the first 2, and taking the idea of not having Rocky Balboa in the franchise anymore, which is a big loss, but it might create an interesting arc for Adonis Creed, and that's might be maybe what's the build to the movie. I feel like the second one is a bit more about. The first one's a bit about trying to get Creed to the level of status that Rocky is, and taking more of the moral obligation idea. Second one takes the idea with the Dragos and all of that, and then this one I think might play out more go back to the first one on the more dramatic level than like an action level. And I think I'm excited for this movie. I just think I'm more excited for the movies, just like Lightyear. But I'll be excited at the theater. Well, if I do end up going to the theater, and I'll wait. I can't wait to check it out, I guess. Coming in at number 6. This is probably the one I'm the most skeptical on, and that's Avatar 2. On one hand, I like the original. It was pretty good. It's my least favorite of the main James Cameron films. I haven't seen that weird piranha thing, but whatever. I haven't seen The Abyss either. That's the only other Cameron movie I haven't seen besides the piranha. And overall, I don't think the Avatar needed a sequel, and that's pretty much what James Cameron spent the last 17 years making his Avatar movies, and or more than that, I guess, 24 years actually. And since 1997, he hasn't made a movie. And overall, I'm excited for this movie because, first thing, I enjoy the original. Had really cool effects and changed the game, I guess. Second time, or third time, really. Maybe not. I don't know if Aliens changed the game for effects, but T2 did. That's for sure. And overall, what has me excited is this. His sequel track record. He's done 2 movies in my top 5 of all time. Aliens is my number 5 movie of all time. It's fantastic. Did a great job expanding on what the first one, Ridley Scott film, did. As much as I love The Terminator, and I think it's in my top 20 movies of all time, I think it's absolutely fantastic. T2 improves on almost every aspect without kind of knocking The Terminator back. And I think that movie can still stand on its own really nicely. And T2 is my second favorite movie of all time, just behind Die Hard. That's split my top 10, totally. And 3 and 4 are Raiders and Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, just to let you know. And that's kind of what has me excited. His sequel track record has done two of my 3 favorite sequels of all time. I'm stoked. I'll be excited, but at the same time, I don't know how exactly he's going to do a second, third, fourth, and 5th Avatar movie. I think he's in 4 sequels, but hopefully it turns out to be great. Coming in at number 5, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. The trailer is kind of what sold me on it. I think the idea of doing another multiverse story and putting it into 2 parts is interesting. The 2099 Spider-Man showed up in the trailer. I did a trailer reaction, go check that out. And overall, I'm excited. I don't really have anything huge knocking it back, but the trailer didn't show me enough to make me want to put this one any higher. But I am excited to see what they could do with this Spider-Man Spider-Verse universe, whatever you want to call it, and expanding what the first one did really well. Loved the first one, and this one I think is going to be great as well. Man, May is great for superhero movies. You got this and Doctor Strange 2, and maybe one of the Disney Plus Marvel shows might come out sometime. Maybe Moon Knight. I'm not 100% sure. So that's kind of my thoughts on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Coming in at number 4, we have Mission Impossible 7. I love this franchise, to be honest. The only reason why I don't think it's higher is because I haven't heard enough about it to get me so excited. I think I heard Tom Cruise did a motorcycle stunt back in late 2020 or 2021. I don't remember. And I think that's interesting. And overall, this franchise has just cranked movies out that are so good. Since the third one, really, the first one I think was great. It was good. It wasn't great. I think it was still a nice 4-star movie. The second one, it was fine. I didn't care for it all that much. Third one rose up and above the first one. I thought the third one was fantastic. Fourth one even better. Fifth one about as good as the fourth one, maybe not quite as good. And the sixth one is my favorite of the franchise, and I absolutely loved it. My second favorite movie of 2018. And overall, I thought Mission Impossible Fallout was absolutely fantastic. And that's kind of what sells me on it. Just the idea of bringing back this character. And another thing is that I'm still shocked that Tom Cruise is still wanting to do all these crazy stunts. I heard he really injured himself in doing a motorcycle stunt in Fallout. So I think he tore his ankle. And I'm still impressed that he's able to do this, able to do all these stunts. And he does them really well, and you believe him in these deals. Well, he does his own stunts, so obviously you probably believe him. And overall, I really love this franchise up until this point, and hopefully this one doesn't disappoint. And I haven't been disappointed in this franchise since the second one, so oh my god, I wasn't even alive back then. What do I expect? And number 3, another Tom Cruise movie, is Gun Maverick. Really enjoyed the first one. It's my favorite non-Mission Impossible or really action Tom Cruise movie. Edge of Tomorrow is fantastic, so that might be better than that. Whatever. And as a whole, I enjoyed the first one. I think it's a great movie, great 80s movie, really fun. Tom Cruise is great in that. And I've enjoyed it since I was at a young age, and I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. The only thing keeping it from being higher really is just, first of all, you haven't gotten a trailer in a long time. And second, I kind of lost my excitement because there are two movies on this list that I'm more excited for. But really, 6, 5, 4, and 3, I think all are kind of tied. I'm just as excited for each one. But Avatar was the lowest because of skepticism, and this is the highest because it's the one that has the best trailer, if I had to put it. And overall, really excited for this one. Can't wait to check it out in the theater. Coming in number 2 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Overall, what has me excited is really the trailer, bringing back the Doctor Strange Supreme from What If. That has me excited. Bringing back Wanda, introducing this really cool multiverse visuals that look fantastic. I like the original, but I think the thing with the original one was I didn't care for the origin story in the entire first half of the original one, but then the second half I absolutely love. Like from the London action sequence all the way to the end, I think it's great. But the whole beginning, I think the origin story is weird. Take that out, replace it with cool action sequences, multiverse, and all of that. That sounds fantastic. And I can't wait to see this movie. Especially after the trailer has me really excited. Heard rumors about Human Torch. Can't decide whether that's make it higher or not. This one's only number 2 just because I've only seen one trailer and I'm still really excited, but I just put number 1 because it's coming sooner and I'm more excited for it, and yeah. And then number 1 is kind of easily number 1 that's the Batman. I absolutely love the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, and those are at least 2 of them. Batman Begins is in my top 30 movies of all time probably, and Batman and The Dark Knight's definitely in my top 15. I absolutely love both of them, especially The Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises wasn't quite as good, but that's enough. But overall, having the Riddler as a villain and the trailers they put out just look fantastic. My only thing with it is that almost I'm a little highly debated because my dad said it's not going to look good at all, but I'm probably going to want to see this in theaters. I don't know when I'm going to see it, especially with timing, because it's coming out in a couple months. But overall, I'm excited for it nonetheless, and it's definitely my most excited. I can't wait to go see this. The trailers that have been put out look fantastic. This is another one I didn't do a trailer reaction for because of Costa Rica. And usually when it comes to trailer reactions, once I see a trailer reaction posted that I'm interested in, then I do it. I'm not going to do what I did with my Shang-Chi trailer reaction, where, I waited a bit later. Same with Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I'll just get the trailer reaction done, posted right away, take as least amount of time as possible doing it, and that's it. So, that's my list. Go ahead and share yours in the comments below. Share your most anticipated, or your top 5, top 10, even top 20. And, yeah, that about concludes this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.